Yep. It's about 9 something, September 22nd, Sunday. So I got my solar panel out, got up to Walmart by about 8 o'clock, got my Amiga, got my preferred chair, went in there and saw that the Bolt House guy hadn't restocked the carrot juice in now at least 4 days. I can tell he's focusing on Target. I think he's actually getting to charge about a half a buck more at Target. Uh, the rest of that shit just ain't selling. The only one of the Bolt House things that's really selling good is the carrot juice. The other ones are, especially that soybean chai shit, vanilla chai, it's just not moving. They got the same like 8 jugs that's been there for at Walmart for a couple of weeks. And that's my sweet. That's what I'll get to the point right now. There's a new trend. I've been there early on Sunday mornings before, but usually not till about 9. Oh, sorry, I just washed my face, but something kind of irritated my tear duct. Anyway, and after no carrot juice, I started heading to the far side because I knew I wanted to pick up a small tube of toothpaste, and it's time for a new toothbrush. I do have a backup foldable toothbrush, but that's for backup at all times. And if you remember, I've thrown away, 2 or 3 toothbrushes, actually 3 toothbrushes recently, because they were flat, straight, bad, soft, bristle, jailhouse. But what I noticed is this emerging new trend that I don't like. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate for you to bring little girls into Walmart in their pajamas, skin tight. I don't get that skin tight pajama thing. And earlier when my parents would provide pajamas, even the loose ones, they were, and I want to remind you that back in the day, there was a problem with like flannel pajamas. There was a big legislative effort in this country because so many kids, I may have told you before, that fuzzy fabrics and stuff like that are the number one cause of people getting burned. They ignite so easy. And that can include like the inside of that's usually they use cotton up against the skin a lot. Inside of your sweats or whatever like that. I know because that's how I got my first one. It's one spark, because I'd cut the elastic, one spark made it up my legs while I was burning deadwood, and I ended up eventually in the blocker burn unit. But the first one I spotted because I have to go into the cosmetics section to get my razors. I use women's razors because they're the sharpest. Women get the best. They always want to overcharge, man, and try to sell us on a concept of like 4 razor blades. That's bullshit. You never need more than 2. And there was a white woman who had 2 biracial girls. One was about 6, the other was about 8, and kind of small for their size, honestly. Wearing nothing but, their tight jammies and their slip-ons. Their little kind of, that's that nasty, fuzzy acrylic lining, which makes my feet feel hot and sweat like crazy. That's why I've been moving for years, but in my local area, Walmart, that's all that they would stock was that shit that was lined with that fuzzy acrylic. And she had, because there's like a little sale counter, she had her 2 girls there. Why is a 6 and 8-year-old girl looking at cosmetics, discount cosmetics, at 8 o'clock in the morning? Or actually, they were there before me. Before 8 o'clock in the morning, you pull them out of bed. They're not bathed. Have they even had anything to eat? And you're exposing them or trying to encourage them to buy. And maybe she's looking, but the girls are also looking too. See, I really don't. Children, especially female children, shouldn't be sexualized or allowed to wear, in my honest opinion. Little girls shouldn't be allowed to wear makeup. I keep seeing it. I don't like it. And then I went around and there was a couple more in jammies, little girls. Then there was a little girl so small, and actually her father, they were both black. Father still had on his jammies, but had pulled on like a sweatshirt over his, he was just right out of bed, still got on his slippers. I understand this is a growing trend. I just really never seen it before here in Pflugerville. And then another, as I'm headed towards back to food, there was like two more. Really this whole time I have to let the people around me know that I'm really not focusing on your little girls. I'm focusing on how to skim within a millimeter off the shit to my right so that I don't bump into you. That's really my total focus. It's the only way I can avoid bumping into you who's trying to, because y'all are trying to walk, three abreast, is to skim 1 millimeter off the racks that are to my right as I'm heading towards. And then I was finishing up in food and coming out, and there was the only white parent with a white girl, and she was wearing that one of them kind of one piece, tight jammy thing. But I was going like, good on you. At least he made her put on a long t-shirt that essentially covered the crotch and butt. And bear in mind that the mother of the two biracial kids was white, a Caucasian. And she's up there looking at cosmetics for a little girl. That's shit like that sticks in my mind because it's a radical. Because actually, in the past, women really rarely ever took children out shopping with them. They only took out the toddlers. The other one could be watched by their neighbor or something like that. And Walmart has really become up, because I don't really, no, they do it a bit at Target too, where the kids just treat it like a playground. And attention getting, I told you what it's like on Sunday afternoon. It's the United Nations in there with almost no Jews present, a shit ton of Muslims, and kids, mostly Arabic and Latino kids, acting like they're on TikTok, spazzing out and twerking, dancing. So anyway, that's it. I don't really want to waste. I'm just observing a trend, and it's a trend that I don't like. Simple as that. I don't like it. If you're going to take your kid to Walmart, you need to dress them properly, because the world is full of pedophiles. You get my drift? Am I making myself clear?